Good afternoon. So far you have seen about many equipments and instrumentations and transducers in medical electronics. Shall I go for a quick recall? First we have seen about some transducers. Can you remember some transducers? We classify it as two types. First is active transducer. Second is a passive transducer. Some example for active transducer: piezo crystal, DC motor, and the example for passive transducers: variable resistance, variable capacitors, and variable inductance, LVDT, like that. And also we've seen some biopotential electrodes. Do you remember that? We all know that our body has a fluid and is electrolytic fluid. So there is a positive ions and negative ions. If you are able to measure the positive and negative ions, can you remember the value? It is a minus 20 millivolt to plus 70 millivolt. Okay. Then we say about the cardio systems. Our heart have 4 chambers and 4 valve system. 2 valves let the blood into the heart and 2 valves let the blood out to the heart. There is a pulmonary circulation system and superior and inferior vena cava circulation systems. Pulmonary systems get the blood from the heart to the lungs and back to the heart, and superior and inferior vena cava get the blood from parts of the body. And we see the pacemaker and defibrillators. The purpose of the pacemaker is to substitute a person who fails to have a natural pacemaker. For an example, if a person suffers from a natural pacemaker, he was unable to get the regular heartbeat and he will get the irregular heartbeat. To avoid the situation and to make the heart function a proper rhythm, a device called a pacemaker is attached in the body. It may be a demand pacemaker or triggered pacemaker. A demand pacemaker will deliver only when the pulse is needed, and trigger pacemaker get the pulse only when it is triggered. And another thing is a synchronous pacemaker. It will keep on synchronized with the heartbeat. And for the defibrillator, there is a problem in a human heart called fibrillation. If the heart failed to contract or failed to expand, the situation is said as a fibrillation. There are two types of fibrillation. One is ventricular fibrillation and second is arterial fibrillation. In these two, ventricular fibrillation is more severe than auricular fibrillation because auricular fibrillation is self-adjusting and the ventricular fibrillation does not adjust itself. So we need a device named as defibrillator which gives a high potential voltage in a very low milliampere current. It will trigger the muscles back to the normal position and give the proper heartbeat function. And another thing is psychophysiological measurements. For that, we use sensory response from our body. So we seen basal skin resistance and galvanic skin response. Do you remember the points? Both are measured in the palm for measuring the behavior of the skin. And we also seen about the audio recording and audio testing instruments and reflex instruments and motor response instruments. And finally, we seen about the biotelemetry. In case of emergency, if the doctor or the treatment physician is not available in the spot, we can transmit the situation of the patient to another area wirelessly. That is called as biotelemetry. In this, we see about the transmission method: FM frequency modulation, amplitude modulation, pulse modulation, digital modulation, like that. And the fifth unit we see about the instruments for scanning the image of a body. Before that, we seen many instruments. It will not scan the body. It will just take some electrical pulse from the body. In the biopotential transistor, whatever it be, it will take some voltage from the body or some biopotential from the body. And one of the basic and earliest thing is X-ray. You all know that you have written the assignment about it, isn't it? Okay. What is the frequency of X-ray? Can anybody remember? It is in the spectrum of electromagnetic wave, and it is higher frequency than our visible region. So as the frequency increases, the property of the light also changes depending upon the situation. So here you all know about the cathode ray, CRT, cathode ray tube. All seen about it, isn't it? When the cathode ray is made to impact a metal layer, it will emit an X-ray, and the X-ray have some typical parameter. One of it can penetrate through many opaque layers. Opaque என்ன? லைட் டிராவல் பண்ண முடியாத லெவல். கண்ணாடியில் லைட் பாஸ் ஆகி போயிடும், சோரில் என்ன பண்ணாது, பாஸ் ஆகாது. அது எக்ஸ்ரே என்ன பண்ணுன்னா அதுலேயும் பாஸ் ஆகி போகும். சம் மெட்டல்ஸ் தவிர, லெட், அயன், அந்த மாதிரி சில மெட்டல்ஸ் தவிர மொரலஸ் எல்லா மெட்டல்லையும் எக்ஸ்ரே கேன் பெனிட்ரேட். And the type of penetration depends upon the thickness and the substance of the material. For an example, a normal medical X-ray will penetrate through our body but not through our bone. So if you take an X-ray of me, you can see my entire skeletal structure without the muscles. If I vary the frequency of the X-ray, I can see the mucus and other stuffs in my body. For blood clot, ஒரு ஆக்சிடென்ட்ஸ் நடக்குது, ஒரு பிளட் கிளாட் ஆயிருக்குது, அந்த பிளட் கிளாட் எப்படி இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு பார்க்கறதா என்ன பண்ணலாம், அது வேற ஃப்ரீக்வன்சி எக்ஸ்ரே பயன்படுத்தலாம். அப்போ அப்படி பயன்படுத்துறப்போ யூ கேன் சி த இன்டர்னல் ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் வித்தவுட் இன்வேசிங். இன்வேசிங் அப்படின்னா அறுத்து எடுக்கிறது. ஒரு பாடியை கட் பண்ணாமல் என்ன பண்ணலாம், உள்ள என்ன இருக்கு என்ன பண்ணிக்கலாம் பார்த்துக்கலாம். தட் இஸ் கால்ட் நான் இன்வேசிவ் மெத்தட் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க மெடிக்கலி. இப்போ அதுக்கு என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம் பார்த்தா அப்படின்னா, ஒரு இன்ஸ்ட்ருமெண்ட் இருக்குது, நார்மல் எக்ஸ்ரே மிஷின். What it has is just a cathode ray tube plus a impact range and a focus screen. இவ்வளவுதான் இருக்கும். ஒரு cathode ray tube, ஒரு impact plate இருக்கும், அது என்ன பண்ண ப்ரொஜெக்ட் ஆகும். It is similar to a light bulb. வீட்டில் பயன்படுத்த சாதாரண லைட் பல்ப் இருக்குல்ல, அதே மெத்தடில் தான் ஒரு பிளேட்ல இருந்து லைட் என்ன பண்ணும், ப்ரொபகேட் ஆகும். பட் ஃபார் ஹியூமன் ஐ இட் இஸ் இன்விசிபிள். We can't see the light with our naked eye. So we use a special plate, photo response plate, I think so. நார்மல் ஃபில்ம் யூஸ் பண்ணல, கேமரா ஃபில்ம் இருக்குல்ல, அதே மாதிரி ஒரு திக் லேயர் இருக்கும். It will absorb the X-rays, but it also absorb the natural light. So it is placed in a metal sheet to prevent it from the normal light, and we expose the light through our body and we get the X-ray. What is the advantage? It will show any defects or infection in the bone or stronger tissues. Basic principle of X-ray. And a drawback in the X-ray is it is not as much detailed as we can see. It is somewhat blurry image, and technology has developed much more to improvise it, and we have digital X-rays nowadays. And a step ahead of X-ray is called computer tomography, which have computer as an assistant to take the X-ray. In simple, it looks like this. Instead of X-ray film, there are various type of sensors is placed around a ring. The machine will be like this. The X-ray tube will be a moving object. When a human is placed inside the circle, his entire body image can be casted through the sensors around the CT machine. A computer is used to combine those images and form as a single image layer by layer. And the accuracy of the image is much more constant and high when compared to normal X-ray, because it is controlled by a computer. So it is called a computer tomography. We all know the graph is just a image formation. It forms an image which is used to diagnose a further more detailed behavior of our body and diagnosing some tissue-based problems. So it has a multiple detector, and the image is a high definition image, and the basic principle is just a X-ray. So in the X-ray, there is a small drawback. If you have a longer exposure of X-ray, the tissue will get damaged because it is a high energy ionizing radiation. Have you ever heard of ionizing radiation, non-ionizing radiation? You may have seen in the cell phone tower, non-ionization radiation. That means it will not change the ionic character of a cell, and it will not affect a cell directly. Directly it will not affect a cell, but the X-ray will affect a cell. If you expose for a longer time, the cell will degrade. So for medical purpose, the exposure is very, very, very low. So someone will advise you, don't take X-ray very much. But with the advancement of technology, the time of exposure is reduced very, very low. In microseconds, they expose the body in the radiation. So it is somewhat harmless. But there are some drawbacks. We can find only the hardest tissue related problem in X-ray and CT scan. We can't find details about the hormonal changes or hormonal imbalance in the CT scan or X-ray. So we are going for the third method, that is called magnetic resonance imaging. As the name suggests, it is a magnet based device, and the magnetic field is much higher, about 3 Tesla. Tesla is a measurement for a magnetic field. If you compare it with a normal toy magnet, it is about 2 to 3,000 times greater. When you compare the normal fridge magnet, it is about 2 to 3,000 times higher. It's a heavy magnetic field. Even it can attract non-ferrous metal also. It can attract non-ferrous metals also. And it is used to generate a image which has the magnetic behavior in our body. Most of the scanning diagnosing methods are strokes, tumors, anomalies, and spinal cord injuries. That the images generated by MRI are not able to generate with the help of CT or X-ray, because it is based on the magnetic field and there is no harmful radiation in it. But the process is much heavier. You have to maintain a constant magnetic field, and the process and the machine equipment is higher costly, but it has a better result when compared to X-ray and the CT scan. This is a sample of a Hitachi OASIS machine, and the layer top and bottom is a huge magnetic field generated by electromagnetic coils. There is no natural magnet sufficient enough to produce the 3 Tesla. So we are generating a high magnetic field with the help of a electromagnetic coil, and there are magnetic sensors around the ring. It will capture the way the magnet behavior. For an example, if you see, we used to play with the thing. When you place a magnet near a bell pins, it will attract one by one and form a shape. Have you ever seen it? It will not attract in a random way. It will try to form a circular shape around a magnet. And if you disturb one pin, the other pin also change its shape. The same behavior is based here. Every body has cell, and every cell has a electron, and every cell has a protons. And the magnetic field will alter as per the cell and the protons. If we capture the image as per the field, we will get an image. I was unable to produce the image exactly because it is not suitable for here. So it will solve most of the internal body. Yes. Injuries, காயங்கள், ஸ்பைன் இன்ஜுரிஸ்னா என்ன? முதுகெலும்பில் ஏற்படக்கூடிய காயங்கள். சரியா? பைக்ல லாங் டிராவல் பண்றோம், பேக் பெயின் ஜாஸ்தியா இருக்கு. எக்ஸ்ரேல பார்க்குறப்ப எந்த கிராக்கும் தெரியாது, சிடி ஸ்கேன்ல பார்க்குறப்ப எதுவும் தெரியாது. இப்போ எம்ஆர்ஐல பார்க்குறப்ப என்ன பண்ணணும்னா அதில் கம்ப்ரெஷன்ஸ் ஆயிருக்குது சொல்லுவாங்க, கேள்விப்பட்டிருப்பில்ல? கம்ப்ரெஷன் இந்த நெக் போன், ஸ்பைன் போன், அந்த மாதிரி அதான் இன்ஜுரிஸ், சின்ன காயங்கள். ஸ்பைனல் கார்டு முதுகெலும்பு. Okay, this is based on first we seen about the X-ray and the CT scan. Both are based on the X-ray. This is based on the magnetic field, and the last two is based on sound. That is called ultrasound. Sorry, what is ultrasound? The frequency range higher than human audible range is called ultrasound. A normal human can hear up to 20 kilohertz frequency. Higher than that is called as ultrasound. And for this purpose, we are using in megahertz range, not in a kilohertz, but in a megahertz range. It tries to travel a straight path. For a normal audio, it will not travel in a straight path. It can bend through any corners and everything. If you are standing behind this wall, you can hear my voice. That implies the sound is traveling in a curved path. But for ultrasound, it is as the frequency is much more higher, the frequency tends to have a straight path and bounce back in every layer. For an example, if I am talking in this room, you are hearing the sound in a closed room compact method. This is not the same sound you hear when I talk in the classroom, where every windows are open, every doors are open. The reason is my voice is reflecting from the wall and unable to escape. And the time difference is calculated. Some of you have done the project with a distance meter. Isn't it? Who is that? Yeah. Modar. So, yeah. The same principle is used here. The same principle is there is an ultrasound emitter which emit a frequency, it go and collide or impact with the layer. It is somewhat maintain some higher layer. It also measure the thickness of the layer and also the type of the layer. Each will give some different property. Every tissue is not same. Bone is harder, skin is soft, eyeball is much more soft, outer stomach is harder, inner stomach will be hard, so soft. The layer is different, so the layer will form a image with the help of a CPU, that is computer central processing unit. There is a microcontroller or microprocessor which will receive the signal from the probe and convert it to a image and display in a monitor. This is a basic working principle of a ultrasound. It is used to find the inner part of the body, mostly abdomen based body. If you want to scan your liver, if you want to scan your pancreas, if you want to scan your intestine, then we will go for a ultrasound, not an X-ray, not an MRI. The image can be studied. Most of us often see the image about the baby inside the mother. This is also the same image, I think so. The baby inside a mother. Every week they will go for checkup and go to see the growth of the baby. How they are seeing? Just a ultrasound image. And this will give a static image of the object. It is not a moving object. If something is moving inside. For that you are going for another method, that is color Doppler. This work with the same principle as ultrasound imaging. Work with the same principle of ultrasound imaging, but if there is a velocity, there must be a frequency change. If there is a velocity, there is a, heard it. Bike la போயிட்டு இருப்ப சும்மா ரோட்ல நின்னுட்டு இருப்ப ஒரு கார் அங்க இருந்து ஹார்ன் அடிச்சிட்டே வருவான். அவன் வர்றப்ப வேற மாதிரி சவுண்ட் இருக்கும், போறப்ப வேற மாதிரி சவுண்ட் இருக்கும். Have you ever heard it? கேமரா கிட்ட வர்றப்ப ஒரு சவுண்ட் இருக்கும், கேமரா தாண்டி போறப்ப ஒரு சவுண்ட் இருக்கும். That is due to the Doppler effect. Doppler is the name of a scientist. He studied the effect and it is called a Doppler effect. The approaching or departing will change the frequency of the audio. The similar way is used in this, and the ultrasound frequency is altered by the speed of the red blood cells of our body. When there is a blood flow, if you direct a ultrasound range sensor, the return wave will have some varying frequency depending upon the velocity of the blood. So if you are able to calculate the frequency difference, you can calculate the different speed of the blood vessel, a blood particle. Or what are the particles? If there is an alteration, you can see the density of the blood. So this is another type of imaging system that is called color Doppler. So what is the name that's a color? If there is a shift in frequency, there will be change in color. If there is a shift in frequency, there will be change in color. For example, VIBGYOR we have studied. Violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange. Red is the lowest and violet is the highest. Similarly, this is also a frequency changing, so it is called as color Doppler effect. It is mainly used to represent the movement or velocity of a tissue inside the body. So you have seen the 5 types. One is X-ray, it is used to scan the body. CT scan is also used to scan the body in a deeper way with high definition. MR is used to scan the body for tumors and other things which are not seen by the X-rays and CT scans. And in the other category, ultrasound, there are 2 instruments, ultrasonography, we use the sound wave to scan the body, and color Doppler is used to see the velocity of the tissues. Example, blood particles at WBC, RBC, like that.